Hey everyone, and welcome back. It's been a little while since I made a WSUD video, but I'm feeling very inspired to at the moment because of a project that I have going on at Water by Design. So we are just kicking off a project at the moment to do an update to the Bioretention technical design guidelines. And I know maybe you're like, oh, guideline update, that's a bit dry, isn't it? But actually for me, this is something that's really close to my heart, and really, the original versions of this document were really important in my career. So I'm stoked that we have an opportunity to update the document. And I want as many people to know about that update as possible because we're currently out for public consultation, not on a finished update, but a consultation in the sense of, hey, we're about to embark on this. If you know of anything that is that needs a change, that you think should be updated, different opinions or the like, then let us know now so we can take it into consideration when we write the update, prior to then sending it back out for a bit more consultation. And so, in order to try and get this news out to as many people as possible, I felt inspired to make a couple of videos talking about the document. So in this first one, I'm going to talk about why this document is important to me and important in my career, and thus a bit of a history of the document. And then in a second video, I'm going to flag a couple of topics, things that I think should be updated or should be looked at in there to kind of spur your creativity. None of those are fait accomplis, but I just want to get your creative juices going in the hope that it spurs you to submit some thoughts. So let's talk about why this document is important to me. So I joined the stormwater industry in around 2010, and I spent a couple of years at Logan City Council, and then was very, very fortunate to be able to join the Water by Design team at what at the time was Healthy Waterways, now Healthy Land and Water. And pretty much the first project that I picked up was to help get the original version of the Bioretention technical design guidelines across the line. So if we now go into history mode for a little bit, in 2006, there was a document published called the Water Sensitive Urban Design Technical Design Guidelines for Southeast Queensland. And it included chapters on different WSUD technologies, including bioretention systems. And in that period, the few years after 2006, was when the construction of stormwater treatment systems really boomed in Southeast Queensland, and subsequently a bit after that throughout the rest of Queensland. And so by the time 2010 came around, it was abundantly clear, even a little bit before that, that the bioretention chapter of that document needed to be really expanded and needed a much more detailed document to guide good design of systems. And that project was kicked off by the Water by Design team at the time. And like any big ambitious projects like that, good work was done, but it also had its challenges and the like. And by the time I joined the team at some point in, I'm pretty confident, yes, it was 2012, there was a draft written, there'd been lots of good work done, but it needed someone to come in just with a fresh pair of eyes and be like, okay, let's boot this thing across the line, so to speak. And that was me. So I came along, I picked up that project with lots of great work that had been contributed by a lot of people. The primary authors were Design Flow. I picked that up and got that document across the line. And honestly, I'm really proud of it. There are some things now, which is why we're doing an update, that need some updating. But I was super proud of that document that we got out there. So that was the October 2012 version, I believe. And then, and I suppose, just to say that was really formative for me because I'd only been in the industry for 2.5 years, got to have a big say in that document, learned a heap from it. So it's really important to me. But then there was also a 2014 update, which is the current version of it, where there were a few things that we saw at that time that could be enhanced in there. And that update was led by Glenn Browning, who was in the Water by Design team at the time, and for quite a few years after that too. And I believe E2 Design Lab at the time, Sally and others contributed to those updates too. And that produced the version that is, current and pretty good little version there. Subsequently, I left Water by Design in about 2015. Glenn left some years later. The documents ticked along doing good stuff. And fast forward a decade, it's 2025, and there are some things that we that we need to update. And I'm, by really good fortune, some life comes around in circles or whatever, it's come back to me to walk in and do this next update, which, yeah, I'm stoked about. You can see me smiling and the like. So here's the deal. We are, as of releasing this video, currently out for public consultation on the document. Not on the document, on the current document, in order to inform an update to it. So if you would like to give feedback, there is a feedback form that we have available. I will stick the link in both the description on this video on YouTube, and also presumably I'm sharing this on LinkedIn. I'll put it in the post below. You can fill out that form and send it back. I believe that the form says that we're out for public consultation until Friday the 5th of September 2025. Now that's actually only about a week and a half away at the moment. We had intended to give a little bit longer to that, but then that's ended up the date that's on the document. So what I'd say is this: try and meet that date if you can, but if you can't, but you have stuff that you really want to let me know about, just flick us an email, and that way we'll know that, hey, there's something coming from you. Okay, well, that's it for this video. In the next one, I'm going to share a few thoughts from mine about things that we might want to update in this next version. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.